Mastering the ability to know how to perform on stage as a rapper is an indispensable skill for anyone dreaming to either have a professional rap career or even just impress your friends with the ability to drop bars. Now, this is where this channel, How to Rap, YouTube's most subscribed and viewed channel on learning the science of how to rap and transition into a full-time rap career, comes into play. Our experience has taught us that learning to perform on stage as a rapper is a transformative process that anyone, including you, can learn by embracing the journey from the initial struggles to the triumphant moments of connecting with your audience. Remember, even renowned artists like J. Cole and Eminem started with performances to empty crowds, but it was their persistence and belief in their ability to learn and improve that led them to mastery and global acclaim. Therefore, in today's episode, we'll teach you how to perform on stage as a rapper step by step by learning how to build your confidence, refine your skills, and help you understand the critical aspects of engaging with your audience. So, without further ado, let's get into it and explain how to perform on stage as a rapper step by step. Now, step one to learn how to perform on stage as a rapper is fully accept that you can and will learn how. Now, first and foremost, you have to admit and own the fact that you can and will not only learn how to perform on stage as a rapper, but you will improve and eventually master this craft. You see, improving performance, especially in live settings like rapping with live music or the more well-known and often feared public speaking, is a skill that 100% can be honed over time. This is an important point to understand, especially if you're relatively new to the art of rapping or you feel like you might lack confidence or experience. Everyone starts somewhere, and with dedication and practice, you can significantly enhance your ability. With that said, it's crucial to acknowledge that initial struggles or awkwardness with performance are normal, and many successful performers have faced similar challenges. One of the most notable examples of this was the early clips of a young Travis Scott performing to empty crowds early in his career before fame and still attempting to give it his all. He didn't let the awkward moments of empty crowds in his first performances stop him from continuing on his mission, and on a personal level, when I began my career in rap, my confidence in live performance itself wasn't that extensive at all. I can remember one time I even ghosted a competition in my hometown. This was when I was still pretty young and just learning how to rap, just because I was nervous about performing. Fast forward to the present, and I've performed in over 15 countries around the world and got paid over 6 figures to perform live for multi-million-dollar companies. But that confidence to make a full-time income from live rap performance and do shows on stages everywhere from Los Angeles to London came after I accepted that I could eventually learn how to perform on stage as a rapper and that I could even master it enough to get paid full-time to do it. With that said, if you feel like you are just like I was, where you can get paid full-time to perform rap and travel the world, but nervous about how to perform on stage as a rapper, be sure to check out our 6-week artist to amateur course, Rap Tycoon, where you'll learn exactly how to become a full-time rapper in just 30 minutes a day, which comes with a free bonus training all about how to perform on stage as a rapper called the Live Performance Bible, which you can pick up by clicking the first link in the video description. But the main message of step one is that with time and practice, you will overcome these initial struggles and awkwardness of performing on stage as a rapper, just like a young Travis Scott or me when I started before being paid to travel the world as an artist. The key is not to be disheartened by early setbacks, but to view them as stepping stones toward mastery. But overall, the core of improving your live performance lies in understanding audience participation. The average fan or audience member doesn't have a set idea in their conscious mind for what constitutes perfect confidence on the stage for them. They just know it when they see it. So in step number 2, we'll teach you exactly how to give them what they want, even when they don't think they know what they want, by discussing step number 2 to learn how to perform on stage as a rapper. Use a strong voice and strong visuals. So the audience is more likely to respond to the external display of confidence rather than the internal feelings of the performer. By adopting behaviors typically associated with confidence, you can project an aura of self-assuredness that resonates with your audience. That means you should worry less about how you feel and more about how well you execute confident outward behaviors so that the fans perceive you as confident, which will translate into a positive response from them, which will give you confidence. To start, focus on your vocal stage presence. This includes your body language, eye contact, and how you engage with the audience. In order to master this, the first step to practice is in front of a mirror or record yourself to observe and refine your movements and gestures. Being aware of how you present yourself physically can significantly impact the audience's performance of your confidence. The beauty of this method is that it doesn't require you to get on stage in the beginning or even have anyone else to watch you get good at performances. You can simply practice it at home in private and get better and better. Next, work on your communication skills. In other words, your ability to command a crowd by what you say on stage, and this involves not just what you say, but how you say it. For example, stir up the crowd with questions like, who here believes in chasing their dreams? Before an inspirational track, or which hood y'all reppin'? And asking individual audience members what area in the local city they're from. The key here is actually to hear them and have them say where they're from so that they're engaged. In short, engage with your audience as if you're in a conversation with them. This creates a connection and makes your performance more relatable and authentic. Now, another vital aspect is preparation. Know your material inside and out. The more familiar you are with what you're performing, the more comfortable and confident you'll feel. This doesn't mean you can't be spontaneous, but a strong foundation gives you the freedom to improvise without losing your composure. In this case, I would suggest performing, so to speak, your verses and tracks in different scenarios. By yourself in your bedroom, outside in a park when no one's around, on the mic recording yourself and no intentions of releasing it, etc., to increase the likelihood you'll remember everything when a new setting, like being on stage, is introduced. Finally, consider the power of visualization and mental rehearsal. Visualize yourself succeeding in your performance. Mental practice can be as effective as physical practice, helping to build confidence and reduce anxiety. I mean, even professional NBA players are trained to visualize making free throws before each shot because they've done scientific studies to demonstrate that players that visualize the ball going in before a shot improves the free throw percentage by tons. So mastering the art of live performance is not just about internal confidence. It's equally about projecting an outward appearance of confidence that convinces your audience of your expertise and experience. This external display of confidence is vital, and there are several techniques and behaviors that can help you achieve this, most notably eye contact and open body language, which is described in step number 3 on how to perform on stage as a rapper. Use laser eye contact and open body language. The cornerstone of effective live performance is engaging with your audience through eye contact and open body language. These are powerful tools that can create a connection between you and your audience, making your performance more impactful and memorable. Now let's dive into the art of eye contact. The goal here is to create a sense of personal connection with your audience. You should aim to make eye contact with at least one person at a time, but it's important to not overdo it. Avoid staring intensely as though you're trying to penetrate their soul. Pause. It's more about striking a balance, being engaging without being overwhelming. A practical tip I personally found useful is to visualize 2 horizontal lines, one at forehead level and another at chin level. As you scan the audience, keep your gaze within these imaginary lines. This technique helps you to maintain a natural and comfortable level of eye contact, ensuring you're connecting with your audience without appearing overly intense or disengaged. But in addition to eye contact, your body language plays a critical role in how your confidence is perceived. Open and relaxed body language invites your audience in and makes them feel more connected to your performance. Avoid closed-off postures like crossed arms or turning your back to the audience. Instead, use open gestures and face the audience directly. And another related key aspect is your movement on stage. Be sure to have purpose to your movements. They should complement your performance and not distract from it. Practice moving around the stage in a way that feels natural and adds to the impact of your performance. A lot of beginning artists might walk a little too timidly or flail their arms around awkwardly if they haven't practiced having meaningful, measured ways of moving around. Similarly, imagine a scenario where, despite having excellent music, you confine yourself to a small corner of the stage. This can create an impression of hesitancy or lack of confidence. On the other hand, a performer who moves around and occupies the stage fully projects confidence and a sense of ownership. Think of it this way: when you're in your own home, you don't limit yourself to one corner, you move freely because it's your space. So treat the stage like it's your domain. Your movement should convey that you're comfortable and in control of that space. Take up as much space as you can, even if you don't need to. It'll look more confident. Another aspect that ties into that is your posture. In other words, how you stand and carry yourself. So stand tall and avoid slouching. Your posture should reflect confidence and openness. Use gestures to emphasize points in your performance, but ensure that they're natural and not forced. But outside of just how you stand and move, you also need to know how to handle the microphone and stand itself, which we'll describe in step number 4 on how to perform on stage as a rapper. Dominate the microphone and mic stand. Next, we have to talk about microphone technique. Proper handling of the microphone is a skill that can significantly affect the quality of your performance. First, avoid covering the microphone with your hand, as this can muffle the sound and make your words less clear. Instead, hold the microphone by its handle. This allows for clearer sound projection and gives you more control. And trust me, this will come into play immediately when you first start if you don't master it early on. I can clearly remember when I first started performing live, and DJ and venue promoters themselves would say in front of the whole crowd to me, "Don't cuff the mic," over the loudspeaker because I didn't know it when I was new. You can imagine how embarrassing it is to start to try to hype up a crowd when the promoter themselves is telling you how to perform before a show where everyone can hear. So practice microphone placement before, so you don't go through that kind of awkward pain like I had to. But in addition to microphone handling, it's essential to familiarize yourself with using a microphone with a cable. While wireless microphones are becoming common, there are many times when you'll still have to use a wired one. The cable itself can be tricky to manage if you're not used to it, leading to awkward moments on stage. So practice moving around with a cable, ensuring that it doesn't tangle or restrict your movement. In this case, again, practicing at home is vital. Invest in a cheap microphone, maybe a Shure SM mic, since that's very common in live performance, and an XLR cable, which will cost maybe $10, and simulate stage conditions as closely as possible. Practice moving around your space, holding the microphone correctly, and managing the cable. This practice will make you more comfortable and prepared for live performances. Similarly, you need to know the importance of becoming adept with a mic stand itself. Surprisingly, mic stands are quite affordable. Often you can get them used for like $5 to $10, so you can buy them for your home practice as well. But the real value comes from learning how to use them effectively, because a mic stand isn't just a tool to hold your microphone, it's an extension of your performance. You should be able to adjust it seamlessly, whether making it taller or shorter, moving it around, or removing the microphone from it. So practicing with a mic stand at home is crucial. This involves more than just adjusting its height. You gotta learn to move around fluidly as part of your performance. In live performances, especially settings with multiple acts or limited time on stage, you'll often need to adjust the mic stand quickly and efficiently. This can be done while delivering what you're saying, while engaging a crowd with questions, introducing a song, or the DJ or band is getting ready. So the ability to do this smoothly makes a big difference in how professional you look and feel. For example, imagine a scenario when you're opening for another act or performing in a small venue. You might need to rush on stage, set up the mic stand, perform your piece, and then quickly pack up. All of these tasks should be done with a sense of ease and confidence, making it seem like you're an experienced performer who's been on many stages. On top of that, your interaction with the mic stand can be an integral part of your stage performance. Moving it aside to address the audience directly, leaning into it for emphasis during a performance, or even using it as a prop, these are all ways to enhance your performance and engage with your audience. Therefore, combining all of these elements together, most of which you could practice at home by yourself, will basically guarantee you'll be ready to perform and bring your ability to know how to perform on stage as a rapper to a professional level. Of course, if you want more guided training, be sure to visit the video description box below. I've been your host, Drew Marcy, the big homie Drew for How to Rap. I'm out.